those of you who don't know, I've been doing an Atlas collab with ASMRctica, Gaslamp, and Flyby for the past, coming up on a year now. And each of us was challenged by ASMRctica to find 3 places around the world, and in turn we each challenged the other 3 to likewise travel the world in their atlas and try to find really obscure places. I had to find a place Shelper in Pakistan. I don't think I was successful either, but the journey was really relaxing. It was interesting too. I mean, I got to explore, well, the whole world. I got to see much more in depth than I would otherwise. All these different, very foreign, exotic places to me. Even in England, actually, I got to find the Till River, which of course we couldn't find on this globe. It's so low resolution, but let's see, I went to Canada. I think I challenged Flyby to some town in New Mexico with a population of like less than 300. Unwittingly, I wasn't trying to fool her, but turns out I did. Here's where I live. I live right east of Lake Okeechobee, which is really in the news quite a bit lately. I think Gaslamp lives somewhere in the East Midwest. I forget where you're from. Ohio, I think it is. ASMRctica, sorry, my globe is a little bit wobbly, but ASMRctica is all the way up here in Sweden, which is very, very cool for me because I recently found out I have ancestry, mostly, predominantly, in Sweden. And then Flyby is American, but she is currently residing on the underside of the globe here, hanging out in Australia. I can always forget whether you're in the West Coast or if you're in Sydney. I'm sorry, Flyby. I know you're just somewhere down under. So it's really cool when you look at it. We're 4 people that quite literally span the globe. Flyby's all the way down here. Gaslamp and me are relatively close here in the US. And ASMRctica is up top. So we got up top, in the middle, and down under. Wow, it's really far down there, isn't it? Didn't realize that. But we've been challenging each other for quite a while. So this is episode 6 in our huge Atlas collab. So I thank ASMRctica for challenging us and bringing us all together in this very neat experiment. Combined with each of us challenging the other 3 to 3 places to find each. That's a combined total of 36 places all around the world. So for me it's been very, very insightful. It's pretty informative, very fun, and exciting to meet people I otherwise would never have gotten to talk to. So I'm very, very happy to introduce Gaslamp, Flyby, and ASMRctica, along with myself in this part 6, I think of 9 total is what we're gonna do. But this will be the last one that I host, or basically just introduce and host on my channel. So for all of you guys, I will, who haven't heard of them, or even this collab, I'll put their links to their channel in the previous collabs down below, down there. So check it out and enjoy episode 6. Sleep well.
Tingles with flyby. Tingles with flyby. I challenge you to find a place reading from this index part of my atlas. So I want you to look for the North Malus Madulu Atoll. The North Malus Madulu Atoll. And Malus Madulu is spelled M-A-L-O-S-M-A-D-U-L-U. And it should be located at 5.35 north, 72.55 east. So good luck on finding North Malus Madulu Atoll. Okay, so North Malus Madulu at 5:35 north, 72. Okay, well, let's first get to the index. Can't decide whether I should start with North or M. We'd be pretty close together, so I think we'll see what we have at North. Which, okay, north. And then we need an M. North little, north lup, north mag, north minch. Don't have a north malus matulu. Let's go just over to malus matulu itself. Let's see if we can find something. Okay, so malolus, malo, just check our spelling. M-I-L-O-S, okay. Nope. North Manos Matulu doesn't show up in the index. So let's work from our grid. So here's our 0. So 5 is going to be about a quarter of the way through here, so about there. So somewhere through one of these. And then here's 0, and this is heading east. And we want 20, 40, 60, 70, probably in the middle of here. So 72. Around here. That seems like that would be in the middle of the ocean. Because it says west now. There'll definitely be something there. I mean, maybe looking at, well, that's south. The Maldives is the only thing I can see that's close at all. Oh, let's see if we have the Maldives in here. Maybe its own separate little island, maybe. Annoying sound. Let's get the okay. 0, yeah. 70, yeah, maybe 72. Probably is one of the Maldives. Wonder if we have a close-up of the Maldives. Okay, I'm gonna go look at the list of maps. Nope, I thought there was a list of maps here. Well, let's look at the Maldives in the index then to see if we have any closer look at them. Oh. Not quite understanding because they go MA and then MC on some of these. MAB, 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 MAC, MAC. So MC or that, I guess, go like that. Yeah. So MAK, MAL, MALG, MALF, Maldives and Indian Ocean. 52, they're saying. Oh, okay. Which takes us to this page. So, North Malos Matulu. We have 5 north and 72. I think it's going to be probably about there. So that's my tip for where North Malos Matulu is. So I did a little more digging on our northern Malos Matulu atoll, which I hadn't realized that ASMRctica had said atoll, but I actually didn't miss out on something, which I'll explain in a second. So we were correct in our assessment, being right around, kind of this area. So I've got some notes on the back here. So it's an atoll, but the atulu ending also is a meaning for atoll. So for those of you who don't know, as I did not know previously, an atoll is a coral reef which encircles a lagoon. And it's also spelled Maromadulu on the English Google, so I'm not sure if that's just an alternate spelling or because it's from a Swedish atlas, or anyway. So I have a few different images to show you. The first is just going to be a nice close-up. This is satellite imagery. This is of the Malos Matulu itself. So you can see that coral reef encircling a lagoon. Just how you kind of get kind of a circular type island. Then we're going to zoom out just a little bit so you can see where it is among the other atolls as well. And then just if you check out where the little flag is, you can see where it sits in the Maldives themselves. Just off the coast of, India and the western side opposite of Sri Lanka. So if we come back to this map, you can see it's right around, where we were speaking about. And you can see where that corresponds to on this map. So, thank you ASMRctica for the challenge. Learned something new about an atoll and what that is. So that was very interesting. I appreciated that challenge. And the place I challenge you to find is Ochavik in Ukraine. That's Ochavik so Ochakiv, Ukraine, which is found at 4337 north, 3133 east. Good luck on finding Ochakiv, Ukraine.
Alright, thanks for that challenge, Flyby. So, Ochakiv, Ukraine. I am way out of my element in Ukraine, so this is going to be completely unexplored territory. But let's check our index, make sure we have it. It's going to be at the end. Getting close. Upper Falls. There we go. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not searching for the Ukraine. Searching for Ochakiv. Ochakiv. So, O is where I need to go. Where are you, O? Genghis Khan. That's weird. I guess there's some ruins in China called Genghis Khan ruins. Or the wall. Ochakiv. Okay. OCO. Okay. Ocha. 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 OCHAKIV. So I'm not seeing that. OCHAKIV. I have OCE and then OCHA, which does say the USSR. And I have OCHE. So I guess I don't have this spot. So you know what I will do? Is instead of that one, I'm going to find... I'll try to find Ocham Chira in the USSR. Because that's, without a doubt, going to be a nice challenge. USSR is pretty big, so let's go to page 52 and I gotta find it again. F6 52. Okay. Too far. Yeah, my book is clearly a not up to date, pre-1989 when the wall fell. It says East Germany right here. It's pretty wild to think that it's not really that long ago. It's exactly as old as I am, really. That East and West Germany united. Okay, here we go. So, speaking of that, I wonder if I even have the Ukraine on my map. Or if it's just part of the USSR. Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. It's Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan. It's the USSR. It says the European part. Huh. Okay. Okay, this whole area right here says Ukrainian SSR. So I guess they're all variants of the SSR. So I could see if I see a name in here that phonetically sounds like it would be the same as Ochakiv. Ochakiv. Each city name is marked with a, it's denoted, its location is denoted with a open circle, not a dot. So I keep confusing those with O's, because I'm looking for the city with the name that starts with O. And honestly, I don't think I've found one yet. Oh well, there's the Crimea. It goes out in the Black Sea. And maybe there's a town that starts with O, just outside the Ukrainian borders. So maybe the borders have changed. I don't know. Not really sure. But so that one was a dunce, but well, I got skunked, but it wasn't a dunce. It was still fun to figure out, especially the historical map of the old Soviet Union. I honestly never looked into what USSR stood for, so now we know. Alright, thanks, Flyby. Alright, let's take you to Canada, in Weymouth, Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia isn't very big. Hopefully it won't be too easy for you to find it. Now I'm gonna look for a place called Weymouth. It should be located in Nova Scotia in Canada. I always find it quite hard to pronounce Nova Scotia. Scotia. Not sure how to pronounce it really. So I'll start with a look here in the index part of my atlas. This big international atlas. And this place starts with a letter W, so it's somewhere here in some of the last pages of this big atlas. Weymouth. W-E-S-T. W-A-W to W-E-S-T. Okay, so W-E-Y should be here somewhere. West. There are lots of places in the world starting with west, of course. But when we've finished with the west locations, then we should find, I guess, Weymouth. Here it is. Weymouth, N-S lot of Weymouth, but this one was actually listed first. Then we had some in England and Massachusetts, New Jersey, Cape, I don't know what these short names stands for really, but it doesn't matter because NS, I'm quite sure that must be Nova Scotia in Canada. So then I'll flip to page 186 to start with. I'll put this here so I'll find my way back. One hundred 185 Lake Winnipeg. So now we're in Canada. Here 186. This page should be. And here we have Nova Scotia. I don't think I've ever had looked on a map this close-up scale before over this part. Weymouth 44.25 north. 44.25 north. So it must be here on the south part of the island. I guess it's an island or peninsula maybe. So here somewhere. Can't find it yet. I have to take a look again on the index. Weymouth. .0 west. That's the meridian. Right on this 66th meridian. Okay, so it's very far to the west here somewhere. Here it is. Weymouth. Just at the coast. The coast to St. Mary's Bay. The west coast of Nova Scotia. And here on the other side we have the Bay of Fundy. This greater bay. So thank you. Let's find out ASMR for letting me see Weymouth, Nova Scotia. Okay, Gaslamp ASMR. I challenge you to find a place
somewhere in the world from your atlas that I will pick from the index part of this atlas that I have. The big international atlas published in 1990. So let's check the index part in this atlas. And let's choose a starting letter. Yeah, why not M? Seems like we are here on the section for M now. So maybe M-E. Something starting with M-E. Now I want to double check in this atlas from 1959 that I have. It's because I know that the atlas that Gaslamp ASMR is using is from 1955. So it just differs 4 years between this one and the one that Gaslamp ASMR will use. So if I choose something from the page here starting with M-E, I will double check the index part of this atlas for a name listed in this section here. Here we have M-A to M-E, M-E to M-E. So need to synchronize a bit here. M-E. What's that? It's Merweather. Merweather. See if I can find it in this older atlas. Mirabellobukten. No. Mercedes. I didn't find it immediately, so let's choose something else. Mergui Archipelago, maybe. Mergui. Here we have something. Mergui in Burma, that's Myanmar today, and also Merguiöarna, that's in Swedish, but it means the Mergui Islands. So let's go for the Mergui Islands. Here it says Mergui Archipelago, and there's a symbol to straight lines, and here I can see that two straight lines mean islands. So now I lost it, of course. Mergozzo. Mergo. Here, Mergui Archipelago. So you'll find this place hopefully on the location 12.0 north and 98.0 0 east. So the parallel is 12 and the meridian is 98. Good luck on finding the Mergui archipelago, MERGUI archipelago.
Hello there. ASMRctica is sending us on another geographical treasure hunt today. And today we are searching for the Mergui archipelago in modern-day Myanmar. But in my 1950s atlas, it would be in the country of Burma, which is in purple right here to our left. We can just see it. You guys would laugh at me, I think, if you saw all of the YouTube videos I went through trying to figure out the right pronunciation for this archipelago. Part of the challenge is that so many of the travel videos are done in a music video style with no talking at all, so you never hear this word pronounced. And in the 3 videos that I did find where they said the name, all 3 said them or said it differently. I heard Mergui and I heard Mergui. But the 3rd video was done by someone who I perceived to be native to the area, and her pronunciation was Mergui, with a very soft approach to the 2nd syllable. So that's what we're going to go with. Mergui, Mergui. And it's an archipelago, which is a collection of islands or a chain of islands. And I love islands and coastal geometries, so an archipelago will be right up our alley. So let's see. So we know we're going to this part of the world, Burma, modern-day Myanmar. So let's see if we have any luck with our index. Looking for M-E. M-E-R should take us to this page, this part of the index over here. So let's take a closer look. So we are in this area of the index, Mergui. The index actually tells us a couple of interesting things here. We have our listing in italics for the archipelago itself, that's what ARCH means in Burma. And it tells us that is on page 38 in zone F10. But we see right above it there is a city of the same name, Mergui, in Burma, with a population of almost 31,000 in the same location on the page. I don't know if this is some sort of a capital city of a province, perhaps, or I guess I wonder if this city is actually in the archipelago itself or on the mainland. Maybe we can try to figure that out when we're looking at the map. So we have a good hit here in our index, and we can move forward with this. All right, we need to find zone F10 of page 38. So we'll go way back to the front here. Page 38 is here to our left. This plate is titled India, Pakistan, and Burma. And we can see that Burma is here again in the purple, which is the same color that it was on the world map in the front of the atlas. So let's take a closer look at Burma, particularly the coastal area of Burma, and see if we can find this archipelago. So here we are with a close-up. We're still on page 38, and this is not so much a close-up of Burma, really, as it is the Bay of Bengal. We can see the coast of India here. We can see Burma here, and in this close-up we can see that Burma actually extends to the south, adjacent to Thailand by quite a bit, ending all the way down here. And that part is important because, as we can see, it kind of really stands out in this view. The Mergui archipelago is here in this area, very clearly labeled in our F10 zone. And we can also see the city of Mergui here, right on the coast. Which the archipelago is named after. You know, it's not part of the archipelago, but I'm oftentimes fascinated by the namings of things, and I see this channel here. Looks like this channel that separates the Andaman Islands and the Nicobar Islands, and it's called the 10-degree channel, and it lines up with the 10-degree line. Okay, maybe not so creatively named, but I like it. Now, there is a bunch of detail in this archipelago that my poor atlas doesn't really give us. I've read that there are 800 islands in this archipelago. And at this scale, it barely scratches the surface. So I've taken the liberty of printing a closer view of the archipelago that I want to look at it closely enough so that it doesn't even all fit in the frame at one time, but we can kind of scan it from north to south to get a better idea of what we're looking at here. Here we can see the Myanmar coast, and there's Mergui, sorry. And now we can start getting a sense of the larger islands in the archipelago as we scan from north to south. This is the Andaman Sea, the larger body here, with all sorts of bays like Whale Bay, Auckland Bay, New Zealand reference. Oh, this is interesting. I just noticed this passage here is called Investigator Passage, but to the south we have something called Investigator Channel. I wonder what the significance of the word investigator is here. But this is a closer view of the archipelago. You can see the larger masses. A group of 4 or 5 larger here. Some larger ones here in the south. There is an ethnic minority group called the Moken who still live very traditionally in this area. They fish and they still make handmade boats in the traditional style. This whole area, due to recent regime change, has recently opened up to tourism, and many of the articles that you'll find about this area deal with the challenges that Myanmar now faces in protecting the ecology of this largely untouched area in the face of the increasing tourism interest. Now that people can visit here more freely, it's an interesting trade-off, I suppose. But there we are. This is just a handful of the more than 800 islands in the Mergui archipelago. And here we are. Many thanks to ASMRctica for this challenge. It was a lot of fun looking this up and learning a little bit more about this area of the world. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.